Well, probably like the other 13 teams that are here, we're very excited about the tournament. Tournament play is fun. It's exciting, and I know our guys are excited to start the postseason aspect of this campaign, and we feel good about our team. We feel good about the way we've been playing the last few weeks, and we're certainly hopeful of being able to keep that going starting tomorrow night against a very good Arkansas team. I think that we've had a number of guys play better as of late on our team, and when I say lately, I'm talking about the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I think that's been a big reason for our improved play. And but again, you have to execute, you have to play well, and you have to certainly execute at the end of games in order to win in tournaments, and hopefully we'll be able to do that.
All right, we'll take your questions for either of the student athletes. Raise your hand and we'll get one of the floor microphones to you. Let's go ahead and start right down on the front row.
Hey, this is for both guys. I'm just curious, with the tournament being here, do you guys go to class today? Do you go to class tomorrow? Just what's your routine like when the tournament's in your hometown?
Rod?
A lot of people say it was kind of like a hometown advantage type thing, but I think it kind of evens out because we're in class, and you know, we have to go about our regular day and then go to the game as if we do on a home game. So I think it kind of evens out with other guys having free time before the game and we're in class. So I think it's kind of evens playing field.
Same for Keidron?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing as Rod. We kind of stay in the same routine, and we just went to class today and handled business, and try to come out and do the same thing tomorrow night.
All right.
Yes, if we're in Nashville, they will go to class. That is correct. If you wanted to ask me that, I could have answered that one for you. Yes, they will be in class.
All right, other questions for the student athletes? Right side, go ahead.
For both guys, what were the differences in the two games? You know, obviously in Arkansas they won real handily, and then in your place, you guys won pretty handily. What do you think were the differences in those games?
Keidron, would you take that first?
Well, at their place, they did a great job of getting us sped up, and we kind of had a whole bunch of turnovers, and a lot of them were in the half court. And when we came back to our place, we just did a better job of taking care of the ball. And over that stretch between the games, we had started talking about competitive character, and we started playing like the team we wanted to be.
And same for Rod?
Yeah, I pretty much say the same thing as Keidron. We went and played them down there. They got us real sped up, kind of hit us in the mouth, and really they got us pretty good. And then we came back and just tried to be more composed with the ball and take care of the ball in the half court, and things went a little better for us.
Yeah, they didn't have a locker room for us. I got a feeling there's going to be more people in blue than there are going to be in black and gold, and there are two teams here in black and gold. I'll still bet on more people in blue. So no, we don't. We wish this was a home court advantage for us. We wish that it would be, and we hope that it is. We'll see. I don't know that that it will be, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I think that the tournament was in New Orleans last year, and we were talking about this as a staff today, that there were about 19,000 Kentucky fans and about 500 from Vanderbilt. So, but it doesn't. I don't think you get into a home court advantage so much in a conference tournament because, again, aside from Kentucky, it's not going to be overwhelming by any fan base, in my opinion, ours included. So I think it'll be like a neutral court game for just about everyone. And I understand it's here in Nashville, and it would make sense to ask that question, but I don't anticipate it being a tremendous home court advantage for us. Well, I think the players were pretty spot on. In the game over there, they just smacked us at the beginning and knocked us back on our heels, and we didn't react very well. I think it was the second league game, and we turned it over a ton, and so I think that and in both games, the thing that's been consistent in both games is their half court pressure has been a lot more damaging to us than their full court pressure. Everybody thinks about their pressure as being their press, and their press hasn't bothered us, knock on wood. We've had some turnovers against it. I think we only had one turnover against it in the second game, and that was just throwing the ball in bounds, and it was kind of a silly communication error. But the half court, they turned us over in the half courts where they turned us over, and so we did a better job of dealing with their pressure in the second game, and I thought our defense actually in both games was very good. I mean, we held them to 56 in the first game, and we held them to 49 in the second game. So our defense in both games were what was, especially when you consider we turned it over 26 times in the first game, for them to only get 56 is really kind of amazing. But we were so bad on offense, we only got 33. And so the second game, we made shots, we were crisper, we were better, we were stronger with the ball, we had a better plan of attack. Our guys knew more what they were getting into. Obviously, we were playing at home. And so we functioned much better in the second game. And how that plays into this game, I think what the guys said is right. I think the team that can execute the best and exhibit the most consistent effort for 40 minutes will be the team that wins. And I certainly think both teams are capable of winning this game. This is not a game that looks lopsided on paper to me. And so it's a matter of going out and playing to the best of your ability, and then probably having to be able to execute at the end, because as Rod said, we anticipate these being close games.
Question on the middle there? Go ahead.
Coach, you got a chance at a fourth straight NCAA tournament for the school. Obviously, this tournament, difficult to win. You were here last year. You were able to do it. How hard is it to get through this thing, and is there any one thing you could take from last year's run and kind of apply it to this year? Well,
there's so many differences in this year and last year. Last year, obviously, we didn't play until Friday. Last year, we had 5 seniors, and the leading scorer in the conference, who was a junior. So we had an entirely different proposition last year to this year. I think that guys like Kedron and Rod, maybe Kyle a little bit, Dejan a little bit, those guys might be able to draw some from what occurred in last year's tournament. But the truth is none of those guys were in a role in any way similar to the roles that they're in now. So as much as I would like to say, yeah, that'll be a big help and that should be a great benefit and give us a lot of confidence, I don't really believe that to be the case.